brackets, everybody. In this Oktoberfest season, we thought we'd do an episode that we're very passionate about. Everybody who watches this channel knows that we are fans of the lager. We are fans of European lagers. We're fans of German Pilsners. This is a really interesting topic. I know from traveling down in Florida that this is something that's very true for you too, but here, grocery stores, corner stores are kind of flooded with affordable German Pilsners.
Absolutely true, my friend. There's a lot of interest, especially in the more recent years. I find lagers in general, but specifically Pilsner, and German Pilsner obviously is, one of those subcategories, which has become like more and more popular.
And so I think this is very pertinent because if you go to the local grocery store and you do have a selection of German Pilsners, then there's a lot to choose from. And some of them might get lumped in with the macro beer brands, and you're thinking, are these actually good? Which ones are good? Which ones are worth my money? So we're going to be counting down our top 3 underrated German Pils. Our personal favorites. We live in North America. I live in Canada. He lives in the US. I'm sure if you're from Europe, if you're from Germany, there are others that you can think of. So please let us know down in the comments what your picks would be. These are ones that I have tried. These are ones that I can get where I am that I think are good value and underrated for what they are, and same for Alessandro. So keep that in mind, but let us know your lists down below. All right, buddy, I'm going to let you get started. What's your number 3?
I'm going to do a double number 3, and I'll explain why.
A double bracket.
A double bracket.
A double bracket. The double bracket. Look at this.
Watch this, because I need to see this pour.
This is, oh no. The last time we've done a double bracket was with a German Pilsner. So this is keeping with the tradition.
That's very true. The first one that I absolutely had to mention that I find super easily accessible here is Warsteiner German Pilsner.
Oh, such a good choice.
And easy to find. Comes in, at least here where I'm, like in a 6-pack. Very reasonably priced. Super tasty. Classic German Pilsner. But like I said, I promised it's a double, because what I'm going to do is that I'm going to join in a local Pilsner that I have fell in love with from a brewery here in Tampa, the Berry House, that we know very well here on the channel. Yeah. One of the things that I like is that
love Berry House.
This brewery focuses specifically on German style beers, and while a lot of breweries are currently offering variation of Pilsner, mostly Czech inspired for the most part, finding like a true German Pilsner was a very refreshing surprise. They have one called the Big Plucking Pils, which is absolutely delicious. Love the name.
It's an honorable mention.
Exactly. Honorable mention. And this is one, at least in the US, is pretty easy to find. The other one, if you are in Tampa, you can't miss it. It's one that I would highly recommend.
My number 3 is one that I've tried a small handful of times, but every time that I've tried it, I thought it was just the most delicious Pilsner, especially seeing as how if you are in Canada like me, I picked this one up at the LCBO in Ontario. It goes for about under $3 a can, so for value, for money, it's incredible. And I'm sure that I'm mispronouncing this, but the Jever? Beer memories.
Wie das Land, so das Jever.
It's spelled Jever for any English person out there who doesn't want to bother learning the German pronunciation. It's named after the town in which it's brewed in. It's been brewed since the late 1800s. So it's been around for a very long time, which you'll find, we were talking about this before filming, how most of these established German Pilsners, if you look into them, it's all just like, but we've been brewing since 1845, and just casually mentioning this beer's been around for just under 200 years. So these beers do have history to them, but for the price, how cheap this is and accessible, this is definitely in my underrated. Buddy, let's pour these out because we don't have a beer yet in this episode. Talking about beer, we don't have a beer open. I think we need to.
That's not cool. And I.
Oh, you beat me to it. Oh,
I beat you to it because I figured like we'll get a little head start here. So as you see, I figured like, well, we're gonna have like German Pilsner. I gotta have the classic Stein to represent.
Yes, sir.
So
amazing. What I love about this one is it looks so effervescent and light. It almost has a yellowish. Have you ever tried this one before?
I have not, my friend. I have not had that one.
Oh, it's got this very sort of straw colored yellow gold color to it. It's very light in color and it's very light in body, and it's very sort of herbal and hoppy. It's a beautiful, beautiful Pilsner. Look at that nice little header getting off it there. Cheers, buddy. Let's take our first sips here. Happy Oktoberfest.
Happy Oktoberfest.
What I love about this beer that you would not expect from any other German Pilsner, the hops are very citrusy. So you get this very orange peel, orange rind citrus on it, which from a mass-produced German Pilsner, you do not expect.
That's pretty nice.
You do not expect at all. And one thing they say on their website is that they use very, very soft water from the wells of that town, Jever. The extremely soft water allows them to implement more hops into the brew. This is what it says on the website. I'm not sure. I'm not a brewer, so I'm not sure how that works. And it's very herbal, very fruity, beautiful. The quality of this beer compared to the price, definitely underrated.
Beautiful description, my friend. You made me want to try it now.
Well, I've got a few, so when you come here next week to visit, we might have to have one of these together.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
Man, describe that Warsteiner a little bit, because we both obviously had it before. We both love that beer. You've never talked about it.
You're absolutely right, my friend.
I'm curious to hear you describe it.
It very well defines like the German character in the beer, like the quality of the hops really shine. But you also have a very solid malt presence.
Oh yeah, so malty.
That like balance is very difficult to achieve, and I don't find there's a lot of other beers that can quite like find that balance of being refreshing, hoppy, but still have a very classic traditional malt presence. I'm always surprised by how affordable it is and how well and clean and easy drinking it is.
What's your number 2?
So my number 2, my friend, I'm not going to be having a beer with ready for each one, but I'm going to talk about them while I sip on this delicious Warsteiner.
That's fine. I'm going a little crazy today, and I'm opening 3 beers. I had to buy 4 packs, so I have an abundance of beer in my fridge that my wife is giving me shit about, so I need to get rid of the beers. My beer fridge is full.
The beer fridge is starting to get like, you can't close it anymore.
I call it my beer fridge. It's just my fridge. It's my family's fridge where we keep our food, and I just fill the bottom shelf completely with beer all the time. So I just need to clear it out.
That's quite all right.
It's a clearance sale, so I'm going to open each one.
For my second underrated, I'm going to at least represent it with the glass that I'm drinking out of, which I know you also now have one of, the Stein, the Weihenstephaner Pils.
The
Weihenstephaner.
I've never had it. I'm so jealous.
It's very easy to find here again in the U.S.
Don't rub it in. You lucky bastards.
I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. But
blows my mind the beer selection you have down in Florida.
Right?
It's incredible.
It is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It is. So we're spoiled here. I find it a beer that has like a very clean character, very well represents the style, easy to find here where I am. Honestly, tastes absolutely delicious, and it also happens to be from allegedly the oldest brewery in the world, according to Beer Legend, which we all agree is the most reliable source of information when it comes to beer in general.
Most reliable. Buy your tickets.
Exactly.
Down for the 1,000 year anniversary.
That's it.
We'll be in Walkers.
You will.
But we're going to be there.
We'll be there.
It's happening. It's happening.
But the reason why I like it is, this is true with any of the Weihenstephaner beers, is like they are able to achieve the character of the style of the beer that they're brewing in a perfect quintessential form.
My second underrated German Pilsner is one that you can get in every single, and I'm not exaggerating when I say every single corner store in Montreal. So for me, this is kind of like the quintessential, cheap, accessible German Pils. And that is the Konig Pilsner. I'm not sure why their distribution is so vast in Quebec. This beer has been brewed, and this brewery's been around, again, since the mid-1800s. They were destroyed multiple times. No, they weren't. They were destroyed. But they've been around for a long time. The cool thing about this beer is it's cheap. Like a 4-pack of these 500 milliliter cans goes for under $10 Canadian, which if you translated that to US would be like 50 cents, right? Basically. So they're super cheap. Super cheap. Yeah, it's basically free beer. It's basically like the price of water. It's extremely cheap. It's clean. It's not reinventing the wheel when it comes to Pilsners. It's under the Bitburger umbrella. They were bought by Bitburger, I believe, in the 1990s. But it's a beautiful looking beer. Standard German Pilsner. Nice straw colored to it. Big, thick, foamy head. The beauty of this beer, it's very similar to Bitburger in the sense that you get that very sort of like astringent, strong hop character on the aroma. You can almost smell the bitterness on it, which I think is the kind of thing that people are looking for when they think German Pils. You know, you're thinking, well, Czech Pils very much specifically too, but German Pils, you're looking for a little bit more of that malt balance, but at the same time, you're looking for that bitter hop character. And this has that, just like Bitburger does. The aroma of this is always what draws me in. Every time I pour this out, I'm just like, this is a cheap beer? Like, this is the same price as Coors Light at the corner store, and I can get a Konig?
That's pretty impressive.
The one, I guess, maybe knock that people might have about this beer is that it's very easy drinking. It's very subtle in the flavor, but it's very easy drinking. So if you're looking for something cheap but high quality, something clean, that if you want to drink 2 or 3 of, chill them on a summer day, this is a fantastic, fantastic option. It's not going to bombard you with character, but delicious, easy drinking, clean, beautiful, classic German Pilsner. So Konig is my number 2.
Wonderful. Okay,
obviously, you know, Bitburger, we just did a review, so we talked about Bitburger. Why would you say that is underrated?
Well, that's a very, very good question, my friend, because it also happens to be my number 1.
See the lead-in?
I see. It's because we're connected. we got the beer connection, my friend. The main reason for which I picked it as my number 1 is because it's even more available, if possible, than the other 2 that I just mentioned, at least, again, here in the U.S.
Yeah.
I would say also in Europe, it's, for what I remember, in Italy and surrounding, it's very, very available. You can find it also very easily on tap. Despite all of this, like, you might think, oh, well, it's so available, so the quality might be not as good. It surprises me every single time. Extremely drinkable. Maybe not as rich as some of these other offerings that we are mentioning, but it's so well balanced, so easy drinking, so refreshing that every time I drink a glass of it, I'm always like, wow, this is exceeding expectations by far, considering also the price. Because of that, I think it's an extremely underrated Pilsner, because, like, while a lot of people might look at it and think, it's, you know, it's high distribution, it's maybe mass produced, but whenever you have that beer, it's always like almost a aha moment, at least for me.
It is, right? You're so right about that point, how you mentioned that some people view it as kind of a macro beer because of the distribution that it has. It was so interesting to see when we reviewed it. That was such a fun experience for me because I hadn't had it in a little while when we reviewed. I had it on tap in the UK, but I hadn't had it out of can in a little while. And I was so pleasantly surprised breaking it down with our 5 different review elements, how quality that beer was. But you're right, it does have that perception in people's minds, because if you read the comments of that video, some people are like, love Bitburger, it's one of my go-tos, and some people were just like the complete opposite. One person even just commented shitburger on it, which I thought was hilarious.
I mean,
so it's, you get both sides. You get both sides.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of any kind of beverage or food, right? Like, that it depends on where you are in your beer journey, what you're enjoying, and etc. And it's totally fine. I find that beer in particular to be something that every time I go back to it, I'm always like, wow, discovered something new, something unexpected. And, in my opinion, when a beer can achieve that, like, there is something about it.
All right, my number 1.
I was going to say, my friend, which one is going to be your number 1?
My number 1 is going to be a fantastic German Pilsner that I really enjoy. Okay. I've only had it once before.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it so much when I had it. And again, this is, if you live in Canada, again, in Quebec, I can't get this, but if you live in Ontario, you can get this at the LCBOs. I'm not sure about the rest of Canada. I'm not sure if you've seen this one in the States or not, but I know that you love another beer from this brewery. You love their Schwarz beer, and this is the Kostritzer Edel Pils. And I know you were a huge fan of the Kostritzer Schwarz beer, as am I. You sold me on that beer. I remember a time where I was beer shopping in LCBO and I lived in Ontario, and I sent you a picture of it. You're like, oh, I love that beer. It's so good. It's so good. And I got it, and I brought it home, and it blew my mind. Nice. And since then, I've always gotten it when I can. But their pills, again, super affordable. These cans came out to roughly under $3 each for a 4-pack. So you're looking at, again, like 10 cents US per can, basically. So super cheap. If you're in Europe, even less, probably just a penny. But yeah, very cheap. And the beautiful thing about this beer, their Schwarz beer is obviously of superb quality, but the Pils itself has a very unique... Have you tried this one?
I have not, my friend. Their Schwarz beer seems to be the one easy to find,
Yes.
at least here in the U.S.
What I do love about this beer, and here I'll take a big sip to refresh my memory.
Cheers.
Super effervescent. Let me just show the camera here. I'll show you
look at
too.
that,
I mean,
man.
I know they all look kind of similar. This one has a bit of a darker color than the first two has, so it's a little bit more full-bodied. It's got a bit of a larger head on it, very fluffy and effervescent. I remember finishing the pint after taking my time with it, and the head stayed, so it's got really good head retention on it. But it's got this very nice malty character to it. A very nice mix of nice floral, sort of like spicy hop.
Nice.
Very nice malt to it. Super drinkable, but it's got a bit of a kick to it. This one has a bit of a kick to it. Out of the three that I've mentioned, this is the only one where you feel a bit of that malt on the finish. So it's got a bit of a presence, which I really enjoy. It's just delicious. If you can get this one for the price, the Kostritzer Edel Pils, beautiful, beautiful beer.
That's a solid choice, my friend. Like, sounds like you found a little beer treasure there.
And it says on the can, finely hopped with a fresh
Finely
taste.
hopped. That's a beautiful way of saying it.
Finely hopped. Well, again, let us know down below, everybody. What would be your top 3 choices, or even just one? What do you think is an underrated German Pils in the season of Oktoberfest? Let us know. What's one of your go-tos? What's one that you've had before that you really liked? And click that beer bell. It's going to let you know when we're hanging out in the pub. You can come back and join us when we're having a beer.
And no matter what you do, don't forget to close your beer brackets.
Oh, never forget. Cheers, everybody.